So I've been sitting here for a while just waiting for those Domi trade details to be revealed. In the midst of that, we have ourselves a new announcement that actually needed to be revealed too. We had ourselves this Rickard Rakell Penguins thing that was announced a few hours ago, but it's only now that we actually have the full details and the full rundown from the Penguins Twitter account themselves. So take a look at this. The Birds have made a trade with each other. The Penguins have acquired forward Rickard Rakell from the Ducks in exchange for Zach Aston-Reece, Dominik Simon, goaltender prospect Calle Clang, and a 2022 second-round pick. Now, the Ducks, right off the bat, what they're doing with this trade is doing what they've been doing the past few days. Getting more draft picks, using up all the assets they have. It's Josh Manson, it's Hampus Lindholm, it's Nick Delorier, now it's Rickard Rakell. This team has been selling like crazy. And as a result, you could probably hope, if you're a Ducks fan, that you're going to go out there, maybe get Shane Wright, first overall, second overall, third, whatever. You're going to get a good draft pick this season, and a lot of these moves are going to help you in doing so, because you're trading away some pretty quality players. Now, I know you could take a look at Rickard Rakell and say right away, okay, look at his overall point production this season. He's only got 28 points. Well, he is on pace for roughly 25-ish goals on an 82-game schedule, playing for the Ducks, and the Ducks have not been great this season. They started off pretty hot, with the Troy Terry point streak and Zegras doing some crazy things and whatnot, but they've really come back down to earth, and as a result, they've started to sell off some of these guys. He is making $3.7 million a season till the end of this year, so he's a prime rental player, but another thing to take a look at is the fact that Anaheim will retain 35% of that AAV. Now, I can't do math off the top of my head, so let's go over onto Cap Friendly and let the folks over there on that website do it for us. There you go. So 2.4 is going to be the cap hit on the Pittsburgh Penguins and their payroll this season. Not bad for a guy that is on pace for over 20 goals and around 40-ish points. Actually, no, do the math here. 28 Divi 51 multiplied out by 82 games instead. Yeah, he's on pace for 45 points, which is right in the territory as to what Rickard Rakell has pretty much been the past few years. In return, though, you have yourselves a pretty big package. First off, it's Zach Aston-Reece. He's a guy playing in the bottom of the lineup for the Pittsburgh Penguins, and he's probably going to go out there and potentially get replaced by, you have yourselves Jason Zucker coming back, not to mention the fact that you still have Drew O'Connor in the AHL that could be called up to replace these guys as well. He was always pretty good in a penalty-killing role, but the injuries really slowed him down this year, so who knows if those two guys, Zucker and O'Connor, will be the replacements in the roster, of course, with that Rickard Rakell as well. But Dominik Simon, Zach Aston-Reece, two guys that are not particularly old. I mean, they're both 27 years old. They're going to be sent over to Anaheim just to help him out. Dominik Simon expires this season, making $750,000, and you have Zach Aston-Reece also expiring, guess what, this season, making $1.7 million instead. The point production is not really super fantastic, but it's still good enough. You have yourselves Aston-Reece with 11 points in 52 games, and then Dominik Simon had himself a total of 9 points in 55 games this year. However, it really is the goaltending prospect, Calle Clang, and the draft pick in 2022 that I think the Pittsburgh Penguins are really going to, that I think the Anaheim Ducks are really going to see value in. Let's go over onto Calle Clang and his overall profile here. He's been playing in Regla in the SHL the past few seasons, and it's a pretty interesting move because he is a good, solid goaltending prospect, a .915 save percentage and a .228 goals against in 17 pro men's league games at 19 years old, but the Penguins do have quite a sizable amount of goaltending prospects in their pipeline, and so it was one of these guys that was probably going to get sent along to Anaheim in this trade, and Clang happens to be the one. You also have yourselves an Anaheim team that doesn't really have too many good goaltending prospects outside of Lucas Dostal. It's a little bit dry when it comes to potential netminders for the future, so getting a boost like Clang is certainly a good one. And then you have, of course, the second-round pick, that in which the Ducks have been sort of stockpiling along with their other picks the past few days as well. So all in all, it's a trade that helps out these teams. For Rickard Rakell, what you really want to hope for is good chemistry with Evgeny Malkin. That's been sort of the problem that's been plaguing Pittsburgh at the top of their lineup, just finding someone to really fit with Malkin. Rickard Rakell, he's another guy trying out in this role. We'll hopefully see him succeed because, of course, you always want to see these trades turn out positively for the teams that make them. But let me know in the comments your thoughts about this trade between the two bird teams. The Anaheim Ducks sending over Rickard Rakell and the Pittsburgh Penguins sending over Zach Aston-Reece, Dominik Simon, Calle Clang, and a 2022 second. I'll probably make one more video on the day talking about Max Domi, Jesperi Kotkaniemi in the three-way trade, but let me know your thoughts in the comments about this one down below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.